So in my challenge to skip the gym and only work on my fascia, the number one thing I don't want to do is lose my strength and muscle. I've taken a month off the gym before and this is exactly what happened. So along with my diet, I've been doing these movements that are gonna target my fascia and tendons but help to keep me strong at the same time. So I'm gonna share with you exactly what I've been doing to stay strong and invest in the longevity of my fascia and tendons. So the first movement is going to be a horse stance. I'm not going to complicate these too much. We're just going to go for a wide stance and then bend at the hips and the knees, and we're just going to hold it there. Now, most of the movements that I'm using today have been time tested for thousands of years, so we know they work, and the gym has sort of forgotten about some of these things, and I'm trying to bring them back. So this horse stance, we can go deeper to make it more difficult, or we can go slightly higher to ease off the pressure. And we're going to hold these movements for about 30 to 40 seconds. So we want to ease into the difficulty. Now with these movements, and most of these, I'm focusing on spreading my toes and connecting to the floor. So we're just going to hold this movement for one more slow breath. Most of these exercises today, we're going to use slow, controlled breath. So 1, all right, and come out of that. The next one we're going to do a similar wide stance, maybe slightly closer together, but we're going to hinge forward at the hips and rotate our heels out. So we're pointing our toes in. Remember, spreading those toes as much as we can, and then we're just going to hold this position, sinking our weight back into our hips, keeping our back nice and straight. This is a really nice athletic stance, and it's stretching the back of our hips out. Then we're just going to hold nice slow breaths. Let's do 4 slow breaths. So that's 1 and out. That's 2 in. And out. That's 3 in and out. That's 4. Good. So we can am out. Hello. It's alright, he's making my video entertaining. Come on. Okay, so for this next exercise, we're going to go single leg. So we're going to lunge forward, back leg comes back, and we're trying to straighten that leg, keep the knee off the floor. And then if we can, we're just going to slightly raise the our front heel off the floor, and we're just going to hold it there. And again, we're going to do 4 nice slow breaths. And out. In and out. And again, we can go deeper with this if we want to make it more difficult. And out. That's 3, 1 more. And out. Good, and then we're going to swap legs. So with these exercises, it can help to focus on one point. So focus our eyes in on one point, it can just help center us. So Back leg's going to be straight, front heel lifted off the ground slightly, and then we're just going to focus on a point. In and out. In and out. In and out. Just find a difficulty that works for you. The higher you are, the easier it is. You want to feel confident, not like you're challenging yourself too much. All right, and out of that stretch. So the next one, again, we're going to go single leg. This is called the runner's hang. So we're going to stand on one leg. This is great for balance. We're going to bend at the hips and knee, and then we're just going to, again, hinge forward at the hips. And we're just going to hold this position, spread our toes out, find a point to focus on, hold, and again, we will do 4 breaths. So really using the side of the hip here to hang off. That's why it's called the runner's hang, because we're almost hanging off those stabilizer muscles on the side of the hip. So we'll go for breath number 3. One more breath. Don't worry if you're not syncing your breaths up perfectly with mine. The worst thing is finding yourself out of breath because you're trying to sync up with someone else. Just breathe, but breathe nice and slow. So same again on the other leg. Again, bend at the knees and hips, and we're just hinging at the hips. So we're putting our weight back into the hips, feeling that side of the glute nice and strong. And then in, spreading the toes, nice good base of support. Or obviously if you need a wall or something to help you balance, that's absolutely fine, or a pole, that would work amazingly. In and out. Really sitting that weight back into the heel, back into the hips. One more breath. Good. So the next few that we're going to do are going to be on the floor. So we're going to hop in to a glute bridge. For this, our hands hips, keeping our core and body in alignment and straight, and then we're just going to hold this position for 5 breaths. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 1 more. And that's 5. Alright, for this next one we're going to put our hands behind our shoulders, and from here what we're going to do is stretch our chest out, and we're going to do a reverse plank. So we're just going to lift our hips off the floor, and for this you really want to push yourself away from the floor. You don't want to be sinking in your shoulders like this. You really want to push out. If this is too difficult, you can bend your legs and just do a crab position. But we're going to go for here. We'll go again for 4 breaths, pushing away from the floor. Head back if you can, if it feels all right on the neck. So Just finding that position where we feel nice and strong. One more breath. Good. Now the last one. We're going to go onto all fours in this tabletop position, and then from here, if you can, we're just going to lift the knees off the floor like so. Again, pushing away from the floor with our hands, spreading our fingers. We'll go for 4 breaths. In, out, in. Don't worry if you're struggling for breath a little bit, that's training your cardiovascular system. One more breath. Good. Now we'll just sit on the floor for a little bit, cool off. If you do suffer from lightheadedness, be careful when you're standing up. These can reduce your blood pressure, which is a good thing for some people, but you just have to be careful for some others. So I'm actually teaming up with a personal trainer that's been training people over 50 for over 20 years now, and she just so happens to be my mother as well. We're putting together a program that is aimed at maintaining the mobility you need as you get older. It doesn't have any fluff in it. There's no silly movements. It's just the movements, the exercise, the connection to nature that you need to have a good, well-functioning life. We're offering it for a money-back guarantee, so if you don't like it, then we will refund you. And also we're offering a 7-day trial, so if you are at all interested in something like that, please feel free to click the link in the description. You've got nothing to lose out and hopefully only things to gain from this project that we're doing. So thank you. Check out this mobility video if you want to explore the fascia in a flexibility style manner as well. Thank you for watching and peace out.